All right, now Nestlé South Africa is highlighting the latest trends shaping the coffee industry, driven by shifting consumer tastes and Gen Z-led innovation. It also explores evolving how the brand is redefining iced coffee culture. Let's talk about these developments now and the launch of Nescafe's new Espresso Concentrate. Elizabeth Gichangi joining us in studio. Elizabeth, thank you so much for the time. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Have you had your dose this morning?
Definitely,
you're
I have.
Yeah?
I had my first cup of coffee in the morning.
My gosh, I don't know how people do it. So I'm personally not a big coffee person.
Yeah.
I don't have coffee too much, but it's a big culture. And you see it globally as well. How do you ensure that this doesn't just become a, no, I'm just having my coffee the same way as I've always had it for the last 20, 30 years, for whoever it is? Because that must be the big thing you're trying to fight. You have to try and find new innovations, keep people interested as well.
Yeah. So as you rightly mentioned, so people want to experience coffee differently. If you look at globally and both here in South Africa, the coffee industry is being reshaped, and I would summarize it to three things that are reshaping the category. One is personalization. So people want their coffee personalized,
Yes.
They want it customized, and they want it cafe style and something that they can have at home. So if you look at the current consumers, whether old or young, they're looking for coffee that fits into their lifestyle. And when you think about customization, mostly we think about cars. If you want to buy a car, your car is customized. But consumers are telling us, I also want my coffee customized. Why should I have coffee in a mug, hot, black or cold? I want to enjoy it in a glass, tall glass, with ice cubes, with a slice of ice, and maybe with a dash of lemonade. So those are the trends that we are seeing. And globally, we are seeing that cold coffee is actually growing rapidly. It's the fastest growing segment. So, and we are tapping into that category, and that's why we've launched our cafe-styled iced concentrate with Nescafe Espresso Concentrate to tap into those new trends.
So that's the point here, right?
Yeah.
To take a small portion, to be able to mix it the way you prefer at home, but still cafe taste, to ensure that the customization that you're looking for, and then maintaining that flavor. Because often one might say to themselves, there's a particular flavor that I've associated with Nescafe, for example, or with the kind of coffee that I drink. How do you ensure that that stays and that maintains all throughout this? So
consumers every day are asking us for new formats, new flavors, as you said, and that's why we launch new products to get into that space. So for example, if you look at iced coffee, which is growing rapidly in Africa as well, we are seeing consumers want something that they can mix themselves at home, but also taste like something they've had in the house. I mean, from a cafe. So for example, when you look at cold coffee consumption currently, it's not restricted traditionally to summer. So people want to have cold coffee anytime, anywhere. Also, they want to have it at home. The other thing we are also seeing is that people are creating their own styles of how they want to experience coffee. There's a lot of YouTube and TikTok's videos of young people just experimenting and creating their own coffee experiences. And we are tapping into those trends. How then do we make them make their best coffee and give them the best product for that? For example, if I want to make cold coffee, I don't want to make it traditionally where it's first I mix it with hot water, then add cold water and ice cubes. I give you a coffee that's already made to be soluble in cold water and in ice, hence creating that consumer experience for our consumers.
There might also be a few health-conscious people as well out there wondering whether this is good enough for them health-wise, because there will always be such warnings about health, especially when it comes to too much caffeine or not enough caffeine, etc., depending on where you are in your life cycles, etc. How do you deal with that when it comes to a product launch as well, and a new product in the market?
So within our Nestle portfolio, we have various products that talk to various consumers, as you rightly said. So we have your more strong coffee brands. We also have unsweetened or less sugar brands for those people who don't want a lot of sugar in their coffee. And we also have decaf brands, which for those people who don't want caffeine. So with that range of brands, people can actually enjoy their coffee the way they like it without being conscious about their health.
Has the way we look at coffee changed? In the sense that, and I know you were speaking about cold coffee as being a key part of that, where it's not just hot anymore, but then people wanting flavors. But in the sense that we're consuming it not just as maybe just a pick-me-up, but actually because we like it as a more social drink now. It's becoming a keener, more part of our social environment. Has that happened a whole lot more, and it bringing people together? And you find that you have to play a part in that, and that's why launches like this are so important.
Yes, we are seeing that coming into play, because if you look at coffee traditionally, it was a morning cup.
Yes.
Something you have in the morning with your family or either alone. But now we are seeing consumers wanting to enjoy coffee throughout the day. So I have my morning cup, then at 10 o'clock, maybe I want a cappuccino or a latte. In the afternoon, I want iced coffee that I can enjoy with my friends. So we are there having coffee throughout the day and not just in the morning. And throughout the day, they also want to have different experiences with the coffee that they are drinking.
So innovation is bound to continue, you think, especially because Gen Zs never rest, eh?
Gen Zs never rest.
Don't rest,
innovation is the category keep evolving, and I think it's exciting times ahead. We are learning a lot from the Gen Zs. When they're experimenting, it gives us ideas on what kind of innovation to bring to the market.
Yeah, and in bringing that innovation, longevity, does that matter as much as ensuring that you're still grabbing market share right now? Because that could then develop over time. You could take the current market share and grow it, as opposed to trying to capture at every single turn.
So that's actually what is happening. These new behaviors that we are seeing with young consumers on how they want to consume coffee, it's actually creating new segments. It's creating segments of iced coffee. It's creating new segments that actually growing the category. You know, we are bringing new people into the category, and that's how the industry is growing.
But then there's no brand loyalty sometimes, isn't there? And that's something you have to fight a lot too. How do you ensure that you keep them as much as possible?
So yeah, competition is intense, I will admit that. However, in Nestlé, we are very privileged that we keep the consumer at the heart of everything that we do. We also have a true understanding of our consumer in South Africa. And we have the agility to quickly adapt and innovate products that move with the trends. Secondly, we also tap into our global R&D team, where we get expertise on new innovations. And with our knowledge of the South African market, we are able to customize products for South Africans where they can enjoy high-quality coffee conveniently in their homes.
Wow, this sounds absolutely great. Okay, so this is all now pretty much available, diverse preferences. Will you be expanding this a little bit more? Or is this, and I mean, fine, you don't want to give away too many trade secrets, of course, but how much can you tell me with regards to expansion of this as well?
So the new Nescafe Espresso Concentrate currently is available in 2 flavors, sweet vanilla and black. And soon we are going to be launching new variants, so keep watch.
Okay, one with coffee creamer maybe already inside it. I don't know. Does that sound like something that
perhaps,
could work?
Perhaps that's a good idea. We'll take it
I could work in the R&D team.
You can.
Invite me. Invite me. Elizabeth, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it. Elizabeth Gichangi joining us is the head of marketing for coffee at Nescafe. As we talk about it, Nescafe Espresso Concentrate, just the coffee culture as well that we have in South Africa. What does that continue to look like, as well as the benefits and changes thereof?